Welcome to the FnF Victory Road Draft League. 14 trainers will enter the Victory Road and its long, daunting trials, fighting other trainers in the server of fun and friendly smashing. Will they be able to use the resources from the draft to come out of the cave successfully? We'll see. Only one will be crowned the winner. The winner of this draft league, along with the other top contenders, will be eligible for a particular position in the future that will remain secret for now, so stay tuned for that. The Victory Road Draft League was made on the Fun and Friendly Smashing Discord server, headed mostly by Questrequested, who takes credit for this and reviving this draft league idea, which we previously had a draft league. Many people are considering it the preseason, so I guess I'll say it was sort of the preseason. We had 4 rounds. In this draft league, there will be 10 rounds of battles, and then the playoffs, which will have quarterfinals, semifinals, and then finally finals. This is going to be a Swiss system, so players will be fighting others of similar rank. So it'll be definitely sure to have a lot of close matches, and the ranking won't be as much of a luck of the draw, since similar strength opponents will be facing each other. I'm really excited personally for this league, as many others are. If you're watching this and you're not in the Fun and Friendly Discord server, which I'm assuming you are if you're watching this, I'll link to it in the video description, and you could come over and take a look at what's going on in the league if you'd like. Today in this video, we have not started the draft yet, but it's going to be starting very soon. In this video, I will be introducing the trainers who are in the league in reverse seed order, so that we have a little preview of what's to come. So without any further ado, let's start looking at some of the trainers in this league. I don't have a script here, I'm just saying my thoughts, but I'm really excited about this, and I hope you are too. So first we have Appletun Allegiance, under the coach of Colin. First of all, I'd like to say that this drawing he drew by himself, very nice drawing here, of Appletun, good choice. We were having a conversation of Appletun versus Flapple, and I think we came to the agreement that both of them are good Pokemon. They're equal, they fulfill different roles, they're nice in different ways. Colin previously in the preseason ran a sand-based team, and he had some pretty close fights with some of the top contenders. The game plan now, I think he's moving away from sand, but he did learn a lot from his time in the league, and I expect to see a lot of good matches from him. Next we have the Bayside Divers, headed by Sir Roland. Nice drawing there. I think he made this one himself. I'm inclined to say he did, because we have the plane there with the Pokeball at the end, which I don't know if there's a lot of planes with Pokeballs on them. I'd love to fly in a Pokemon-based plane. But a good image as well. From the last league, the first thing that comes to mind when I think of his team was his very strong Staraptor that was able to put some dents in opposing teams. So I think we might see something like that, keeping with that aviation theme that he has going on. Might see a strong flying type once again. Next we have the Butcher Blisseys, headed by Fingered Witch. This team is definitely going to be an interesting one with Fingered Witch, a good friend of mine, Joey. Been friends for almost a decade. I believe that they're going to use some gimmicky teams. It's kind of their signature to use things that aren't really expected, which in a draft league format can be very formidable, and I really look forward in particular to seeing these matches and to see what they have in store in their tricky sleeves. Next we have Rio Grande Rapidash, headed by the coach of Emberhoof. One thing that I know a lot of Emberhoof, aside from the fact that he was sniped a lot of his picks in the last draft league were taken, so perhaps in this one he'll have better luck. he seems to really like hard-hitting Pokemon. Last season we saw the Exploud hitting with very strong boom bursts, doing a lot of damage. Mega Beedrill, Fast Rapidash, and Thundurus, all really hard hitters. So I think we'll see some strong hard hitters on his team, and he's coming prepared. Some of the knowledge he had from last time, I definitely saw some improvement over time with his tactics, so I think he's going to be a force to be reckoned with this time. Next we have Detroit Dunsparces, headed by Startoad. Dunsparce actually being my favorite Pokemon, so this is a very good image here. Really like it. Definitely got that cool factor to it. Startoad was not in the previous season, so I don't know what to expect, but from playing Smash with him, one of the things that he has really down to a science is getting a download on opponents. So I could see him really being one of those people that you want to be careful not to be too predictable against, because he does well over time. He doesn't go down without a fight. And next we have the Elemental Dragons under the coach of Kingfuse. Kingfuse being recently returned from a trip to Cambodia, where he was for several weeks. So we're happy to see him again. If there's any indication in the picture, I think we might be seeing him going for Kyurem Black, a really hard hitter, or some other dragons. I haven't seen him fight in Pokemon before, so this is going to be an interesting lineup that he has and some good battles that I hope we get to witness. Next we have Grand Island Jolteons, headed by Napkin. Napkin was in the previous preseason, but he unfortunately had to drop out due to time constraints from work. So we're really glad to have him in this one, and hopefully he'll be able to complete this one. He did draft a Jolteon last time, fitting with his team name, and his team was actually pretty solid. The picks he had were really good, so I'm really excited to see, now that he's in the league, what he will do with the team that he drafts. I think he'll be able to do some good damage. And next we have Mystical Chain, headed by Noel, which happens to be me. I'm not gonna lie, I'm extremely excited about this draft league. I am really thankful to Quest to not only heading this endeavor, but for also allowing me to help out and to piece together some of the materials for this league. I have been really preparing for the draft league picks, trying to form a cohesive team. I have my core, I have a bunch of, if this Pokemon is drafted, take this one, and team reformulations. It's like 2 pages of strategy, so watch out guys, I'm coming. I don't want to reveal too much about my playstyle. I didn't play in the preseason. I was the commentator, and I will be commentating again for most of the fights except my own. But I like to embody resilience as much as I can when I play. That'll be my little hint of my play style. So I'm looking very forward to this, and I'm very excited. Next we have the Canopy Defenders under the coach of Edgar. The Canopy Defenders, the logo actually I helped out with. It took me like an hour to figure out how to do that circle text, but I'm really happy Edgar asked me to do it, and I was happy that it came out good. Edgar has a background in Pokemon, being a previous part of a previous league, not a draft league, but a monotype league, gym themed, and he ran a dark type team, so I think we might see some strong dark type mons on his team. He is definitely a formidable fighter. I've fought him a couple times in our random format, and I'm looking forward to what he's going to bring for sure. Next we have Raging Rayquaza under the coach of Butters. He was in the preseason. He actually came in late, subbing for another coach. However, he had a 2-2 score, and I believe he only fought 2 of those matches, maybe 3. But he did really well for being relatively new to competitive. He seems to be a very fast learner, and he used the tools at his disposal, very effectively. So I think we'll see a lot of great stuff from him. Next we have Dutch Inkays, who is headed by Questrequested, Quest himself. The Dutch Inkays, he was very much running a versatile and bulky team. He had a lot of Pokemon that could be used in various ways: Mew, Celesteela, Druddigon, Rotom Wash, and I think that he was very smart in that decision. He did a very good job in the last draft league, getting pretty high up there. And he has a lot of knowledge on draft leagues because he followed them before we decided to do the draft league. And so I think he comes with good knowledge, good strategies, and overall he's going to be a very exciting opponent to face for anybody who is lucky to face him. Next we have Downtown Darmanitan in the big city, headed by the coach Tiller. In the last league he did really well. He had a very unified team with both Rain Dance and Electric Terrain being thematic on his team. Very cohesive, and because of that his team worked really well together. He is definitely a threat to be reckoned with, and I think he's going to bring it for sure. So we'll see what he brings this time around. I wonder if he's going to stay with the Rain and Electric Terrain or if he'll try to go for something different. Next we have the Murican Braviarys, headed by Noobscrub, and just so you guys know, it's not American, it's Murican. So he is one of the top contenders here. His Mega Venusaur, notorious for doing really well. Mega Venusaur ended up being number 1 in the MVP list of the preseason. And he definitely favors a slow and steady stall battle style with Toxic, and it can be very hard to break through those walls. He has done very well in crushing the opponent slowly but surely rather than with wall breakers or very strong Pokemon. One note, he actually randomly drafted his team last time, and I believe he intends to use the randomizer again. I think he only picked 2 Pokemon manually and the rest were randomly drafted. So he will be a gimmicky team in a way because his team will be completely randomized, and that will be very exciting to witness, to see what he comes up with the random Pokemon he gets. And last but not least, we have the great Tacticians, headed by Kuro. Kuro actually being ranked number 1 of the last preseason, doing very well. I think his success came from the fact that he prepared thoroughly. He really examined opposing teams, and he took everything into account with his team. He did specific spreads, he used damage calculators, he really was careful and meticulous in how he planned his team out. So I think we're going to see some really strong matches from him as he moves forward in this draft league. Currently sitting at seed number 1 due to his prowess in the last one. So Kuro will definitely be someone to watch out for, and we all look forward to facing him again. And those are the players of the FnF Victory Road Draft League. I really hope that you guys enjoy the commentary and the progress and the keeping track of the Draft League that I'll be uploading to my channel. And let's make this a good league. I'm very excited. I can't stress enough how excited I am about this Draft League, and I think it's going to be very fun. Lots of strong battles, lots of good strategies, and I can't wait to start. So I'll see you all in the Draft League, and enjoy, and may the best trainer get through the victory road and become eligible to be the champion of the Draft League. Good luck, everybody.